How's it going, guys? My name is Ishan, and in this video we're going to be talking about the secret biotherapeutic stock that no one is talking about. This company is making impressive strides and ARK Invest is loading up on this company. Along with that, we're going to be also doing a quick technical analysis at the end. So with that being said, make sure to drop a quick like and sub if you appreciate these short and value-packed videos, and let's clock in. Quick side note, make sure to check out my last video where I go over the top 3 tech stocks that will double. In fact, one of them, Domo, which I've been calling since it was at like the mid 30s, has now hit $55, up 20% today, so absolutely insane. Along with 8x8, which is a company I call the best stock under $20 to buy. It was up like 40% last week and now at 30. So make sure to check that video out after this one. But anyways, back to the stock at hand. This is a company part of ARK's innovation ETF, meaning they believe that this is a company that offers a product or service that basically will change the world. Just to give you a rough idea of the types of companies in this ETF, they include Tesla, Square, Roku. So the company is a true disruptor, and they're called Iovance Biotherapeutics. This is actually a stock I used to own, and essentially ARK owns a whopping 376 million of their stock, and it makes up a roughly 2.4% of their fund. It's a pretty sizable position and their 12th biggest holding. What the company does is they're working to develop tumor-infiltrating lymphocyte therapies against cancer. Basically, in the early stages of cancer, the immune system tries to fight against cancer by mobilizing special immune cells known as lymphocytes to attack tumor. Lymphocytes with the capacity to recognize and attack the tumor and infiltrate the tumor are known as tumor-infiltrating lymphocytes. So what Iova does is they extract these lymphocytes from the patient and they multiply it to make billions of them so that the tumor can't really prevent and fight back against it. And then what they do is, once enough have been cultured and created, they then re-administrate that to the patient and insert it back into their body. And the effect of this has been really successful in their trials. The company's 2 most advanced drug candidates, lifileucel in advanced melanoma, which is for a type of skin cancer, and LN-145, which is for cervical cancer, have delivered encouraging results. Their melanoma cohort 2 showed a 36.4% overall response rate, and nearly all responders achieved a reduction in tumor burden of at least 30%, and the total disease control rate was 80%. In a small study, LN-145, their drug for cervical cancer, demonstrated an overall response rate of 44%. Most responders saw their tumor burden decline by at least 30%, and the total disease control rate was 85%. And these results are really impressive. Today's best cervical cancer treatments only have an overall response rate of 14%. The next best overall response rate from an alternate competitor is only 27%. So Iova is really a leader, and they're really smashing it with what they're doing. As you can see, they have a pretty huge market, especially with the rate of success they're putting out. It makes sense why they're part of ARK's innovation ETF. Their therapy candidates could achieve peak annual sales of $1 billion, and to ensure quality control, the company is building an $85 million manufacturing facility in Philadelphia that will be operational in 2021, with commercial manufacturing on track for 2022. And so at only a $7 billion market cap, on approval, this is a stock that could be easily sitting at a $15 to $20 billion market cap, representing a solid 100 to 200% gains. ARK is loading up, trials are going good, so this is a company on their way to revolutionizing the cancer treatment space. They have a massive cash position of $719.7 million as of September 30th, and things are looking pretty good. However, there are some problems. I'm not just going to give you all the pros without telling you some of the cons, like some of these other YouTubers who just hype up all these stocks just because ARK is buying. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you a balanced view. So first up, this really isn't a risk, but more of a speed bump in their path. In October, they announced that they were pushing Lifileucel's US application submission into next year, basically because they couldn't agree with the FDA on information they needed to provide, meaning we might have to wait a little more time until commercialization actually begins. The second risk is off-the-shelf competitors. Right now, their entire process from extracting the cells, multiplying them, sending them back, and then inserting it back into the patient, that entire process takes 22 days. And so the ideal solution would be if there was off-the-shelf medication that people could just take. It's less of a manufacturing process with fewer steps, significantly lower costs, and without the need to delay treatment for patients. It also allows patients to receive multiple doses of treatment. Lifileucel and LN-145 can only be administered once, so Iovance could be faced with considerable competition from next-generation off-the-shelf cell therapies by the end of the decade. And if that happens, it's totally possible that that billion-dollar prediction of sales might not even come true, and so that's why that could be a big risk going forward, especially in the next decade or so as technology gets better and off-the-shelf competitors maybe come to fruition. And then lastly, the biggest risk of all, which is them not even getting approval. Even though their drug trials look pretty good, ARC is buying, all this good news everywhere, it's more than likely the drug doesn't get approved. With these drug trials, anything can go wrong, and the entire business is just contingent on it getting approved. So that risk is always going to be there. Now for my take, I wouldn't mind re-entering and taking a small position. ARC is buying, the company's got the cash, results are looking really good, they're investing in facilities, which is also another good sign. So it's very likely that approval does go through, and so I really wouldn't mind taking a small position and waiting for a potential rally on an approval next year. As for a quick technical analysis, we broke through the massive resistance around the $42 area, and on a pullback we could most likely see the $45 level as support. Below that, on a much larger pullback, look for turning that $42 level into support, or for all we know we could continue going higher and higher, but those are the key levels to watch. So make sure to like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think about this company. They definitely seem to have a good future ahead of themselves, and make sure to check out my last video where I went over the top 3 tech stocks that would double. These are not your generic stocks but huge potential going forward, so make sure to check out that video, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, clocking out for now. Peace.